welcome back to my channel. So today I have created the look I was wearing in my Urban Decay Vice 3 review slash swatches video. A few of you guys requested me to do a tutorial on this look, so I did. If you didn't see the video, I will link it down below. And yeah, I just recreated it for you, so we'll get into it right now. Hey guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my lid with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I got this in another palette I got from them. You could use whatever eyeshadow primer you have. And I just blend it all the way up to my brow. Alright, the first color I'm going to dip into is this light white kind of shimmery color. It's called Bobby Dazzle. If you don't like using shimmer for your brow highlight, you could use the color Truth. So I just put that underneath my brow, and I also place some right in my inner tear duct to brighten that area up. Now I'm going to go in with the color Undone on a Sigma Tapered Blending E35 brush. So you're just going to need a really nice fluffy big blending brush. And I'm just going to work that through my crease for our transition color, and so that everything will just blend nicely. Don't really have to be too precise when doing this. I just use about 2 taps, not too much. Now I'm just going to go in with the color Alien. You're just going to need like a packing shader type brush. This one is just by Too Faced. It's from their teddy bear hair collection. And I do tap the product off just a little bit, and I place that on my lid a few times just until I get the pigmentation I like, or do it until you get the pigmentation you like. I'm just going in for the second time now, and I really don't have any sort of problems with fallout from this palette. I know I was hearing some people do, but if you tap your brush off, I don't know, I don't have any issues whatsoever. Alright, now I'm going to dip into Sonic twice and Bondage once and blend that through my crease. I'm using an E25 brush. I do have the product on there. As you can see, it's a lot thinner this way and it's a lot thicker this way. So with the thinnest way, I just dab my crease right there to kind of concentrate the color. And I just move it back and forth and then slowly fan it slash pack it on the outer corner of my lid. And once most of the pigmentation's off, with the same thinner side, I swipe it through my crease a little bit. I don't want to use this thicker side. And then I will bring it around to the thicker side on here and just blend it out on my lid and through that crease, and drag the thin side through the inner corner and use the thicker side on the outer V part, and just blend it. And as you can see, I have no fallout, so just remember to tap your brush off when using these shadows. And now I'm going to go back in with that Bobby Dazzle color and just touch up my brows one more time in my inner tear duct. Then you're going to go in with your big fluffy brush again, and I'm using the color Undone, and I'm just going to blend out that highlight color and our dark crease color we laid down, just with a little bit, not too much. Just don't want any harsh lines, especially working with dark colors. Now on a pencil brush, I'm using the Sephora Bullet Crease brush. Does it have a number here? Number 221. And I'm going to be going in with this Vanity color here. And I just took about 3 taps with that. And I'm just going to blend it underneath my lower lash line. And I'm not going to bring it all the way to the tear duct area. I'm just going to stop right before, because I want that inner part to be brighter. If you're having troubles blending out color on the lower lash line with a matte shade, just add a little bit of shimmer in kind of this same color tone, and that will make it easier to blend. And then we're going to go in with this Heroin color. I'm just going to dip in it about 1 time, and then I'm just going to blend this on the outer portion of the lower lash line, kind of bringing it up just a little bit, not too much. I'm just going to take my big fluffy brush just by chance if there's any fallout. I don't see any, but you know, just to be safe. Take your favorite mascara. Mine is Mary Kay's Lash Love, and this is kind of a pain to remove, but it's really good mascara. And I'm just going to put one light coat on it because I have blonde lashes. We're going to put on false lashes. If you have dark lashes, you could totally skip this step. False lashes are actually much easier to put on if you don't have mascara on. But again, since mine are blonde, I need to darken them before I apply those lashes. We're just going to go in and do some wing liner, so just use your favorite liner and create a wing. I'm using Carbon Black. If you're starting out with winged liner, this might not be the easiest one for you. I would recommend like a felt tip eyeliner. So now just put on your favorite lashes. Mine are Red Cherry number 43, and that is what I was wearing in the video. Make sure you just let the lash glue dry for about 30 or 40 seconds. That way when you put it on your lash, it's just going to stick and not slide all over your eyelid. And just try to get that lash as close to the lash line as you can. And don't worry if there's some glue on your liner, we'll go and conceal that in a minute. And I'm using the dark duo lash adhesive, so it will dry darker. I wouldn't recommend using the clear. I'm not a huge fan of that unless you're using lashes with no liner. Now just take a black kind of kohl liner and do your waterline. And obviously you don't have to do your winged eyeliner as big and crazy as me. That's just what I like. You could do no wings or little wings, you know, whatever you like to do. I'm just going to apply some mascara on my lower lashes. And once your lash glue is dry, just take your liner and conceal the band of the lash just by running the eyeliner over top. It'll hide any glue that is visible and just make it blend into that liner and look a lot more pretty, I guess. A lot of you also asked what I was wearing on my cheeks. I was wearing the IT Cosmetics My Sculpted Face little contour palette, and I warmed my face up with this color right here, and I'm just going to use the Sigma Small Contour F05 brush, and I'm just going to swirl that in there generously and just right below my cheekbone, kind of sloppily. Doesn't matter. I just don't really bring it past like the outer portion of my eye. Like if you line your brush up here and go down, that's kind of where I'm going to stop for warming my face up because I want this part to be bright. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side just to kind of give my face some dimension. And then I will go in and chisel with a darker color. And I like to put bronzer on the sides of my forehead to kind of, you know, make it narrows it down. But if you have a high forehead, I would suggest, like a larger forehead, I would suggest just bronzing across the top like this and a little down the sides. If you have a smaller forehead, I would not, whoop, knock my other eyelash off. I would not bronze the top part at all because it's going to create an illusion of a shorter forehead. So only if you have a larger forehead would I suggest to bronze the top part of it. And I'm just going to take a powder brush and lightly run it over those spots just so there's no harsh lines and it just blends into the skin nicely. Then I'm going to go in with the darkest color, and on the same brush, just on the tip of the side here, I'm just going to dip a little bit in there. And then I'm going to find the highest point of my cheekbone, and right below that I'm just going to put a line. And when I blend it out, I'm going to blend it back because I don't know if you've seen in my last video, but what I've really been loving, thanks to Kim Kardashian, is a really chiseled, hollowed out look, and she perfects that. And I was just examining like her makeup and, you know, looking at pictures of it, and what she does, pretty much if you look at her face, she just has like a brown stripe right here, but it doesn't look bad. Like, I'm trying to master a brown stripe pretty much in the middle of my face to look natural, like a natural shadow. And if you think about it, the highest part of your cheekbone starts here, so the more depth should be here and the more shadow, and then it tapers out. So I'm just going to place that dark color right underneath, right there, and make a little line just in the center. And I'm going to do that here on the other side. And I'm just going to swirl that excess off because I don't want it to end up down here, up here. And then I'm just going to blend it back. I'm not going to blend it forward. And a rule of thumb for contouring is if you take this finger right here and line it up here, it shouldn't come down like past here pretty much. And if you're having a hard time figuring out where you should place the contour on your cheek, if you don't have any sort of defined like cheekbone structure, if you roll your brush, you can feel right underneath your cheek there, and that's where you should be placing it, right where it kind of dips down. And for most people, it kind of starts at the tip of your ear right here. I'm just going to take my powder brush again and blend out the edges there. I don't want them to look harsh at all. And for the video, I also just went in with this highlight. I didn't use any blush. This definitely isn't my favorite highlight. It's not horrible, but there are ones I do like better. And again, I'm just going to blend that out. I'm just going to kind of blend it down into that contour. I don't like too much highlight around like this pore area or the fine lines because I find it just accentuates them. I'm just going to go in with this white and kind of clean up anything down here. If you have a really dark skin tone, this white might look silly. Just use a lighter powder if you have one. You don't have to do this, but this is what I did in the video. And I just brightened up the inside of my forehead a little. And again, underneath my eyes. And lastly, for my lips, I use the MAC lip liner in Naked Liner. And I use the Marc Jacob lip gloss in Overprotected. This is just a really nice kind of milky, oh yeah, baby pink. Smells so good too. Alright guys, so this is the look I was wearing in that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I will leave all my links down below for my social media. Please come join me on there, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!